about a bumper sandwich, booger lips?
One thing about living in Santa Carla I never could stomach. All the damn vampires. Shut up!
We're gonna get you, not another piece.
When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk here.
I don't know what the hell's in there, but it's weird and pissed off, whatever it is.
Jason's alive. He killed my friend, now he's coming for me.
Look at me, Damien. It's all for you.
You bastards! Why are you torturing me like this? Why?
Well, I'll tell you, nobody handles garbage better than we do.
Welcome, everyone, to Give Me Back My Horror Movies. My name is Pete, and with me tonight, as always, are two of my favoriteest peoples. Anna is with me. Hi, Anna.
Hello.
Hi. And, of course, Charlie is with us. How you doing, here. Charlie? Back from MI6 or wherever you may have been.
Yeah, I took a leave of absence from there. So
oh, that's
I'm glad to be off that excursion. I'm tired.
That was I was enjoying myself. But anyway, especially that tea, that was a lot of fun. Anyway, September. Welcome to September, everyone. This is a double birthday month. Nate and I share the month of September as our months of birthdays. And we have both chosen two movies, each one horror and one action. I got the first pick this month. Ta-da-ta-da. And we are covering 1986? 84, 86. Dolls. Stuart Gordon joint, so to speak. Boy, I'm really looking forward to talking to this one. But before we get into the discussion, let's hit a trailer.
We got one. Don't worry, I got you.
It's not in Japanese this time, huh?
Right.
You should have found a Japanese one. That would have been very funny. God damn it, Pete! I can only find a Japanese one.
Come on, let's get going.
It looked like a safe haven from the raging storm.
It's an odd kind of place. Who'd your folks get it from, Boris Karloff?
Their hosts seemed like the essence of hospitality.
Stay here as long as you like. Wonderful.
But appearances can be very deceiving.
What's the matter? Afraid of the dark?
Bob,
Yeah?
are you scared?
Oh, of course not. What's there to be afraid of?
This house?
Oh, don't be. Son, you like toys? I'm a doll maker. I make the most wonderful toys. Dolls, puppets, soldiers, ballerinas. Nobody wants a doll that's special anymore, that's one of a kind. The weather brings out creativity. It helps me in my work.
What kind of work is that? Witchcraft?
Never too old to play with dolls. Until you're dead. Dolls.
Oh my. That was a long one, Charlie. Boy, did you find the longest trailer you could find?
There was a shorter one, but it had less talking in it, so it felt longer than this one with talking.
Fair.
But also, I just got sucked into watching the trailer and smiling the entire time. So it just, I watched it twice just to make sure it was good. And then I was like, now I got to record it. And I just couldn't stop smiling.
Yeah. So 1986, 87, however you look at it, Dolls. I don't think we really have anyone of note in the cast. Stuart Gordon directed it. His wife is in it. Carolyn Gordon as Rosemary Bauer and a bunch of other people.
She's the one who gets her pineal gland sucked out.
It's true. And From Beyond was filmed after this movie, but came out before this movie because of the extensive stop motion special effects that needed finished. And we will definitely talk about that here in a little bit. Before we do any of that stuff, let's talk about our histories. Anna, lay it on me. You would assume this is definitely not your genre. This is not your kind of thing. And you had no desire to ever see this film.
I've seen it. It's one of those. I watched it. I decided I didn't like it. Said I'm never going to watch it again. And here I am.
Sorry,
me,
friend.
Right? It's all for you, Pete. It's all for you.
Yeah, it's all for me. All for me in my birthday month. For me, I'm going to get to Charlie next. For me, this was a first time watch, but I knew about this one. This is the most give me back movie I think I've ever picked, because this one brought me back to the Video Connection in Ottawa, Ohio, that had a wall of horror. And this one always stuck out. It is a unmistakable, unavoidable, it's an iconic VHS cover where you have this little porcelain doll holding her eyeballs in front of her and her eye sockets bleeding a little bit. It's iconic. It's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those that you remember for all time. And for whatever reason, I never got it. So this was a brand new first time watch for me. And I thought Charlie would be happy that I picked it in the absolute most spirit I could of Give Me Back.
Finally.
So I know it's only been 2 years or three. How long?
3.5.
3.5, right. So let's turn over to Charlie. Charlie, you do have history with this one.
Oh, I have history with this one. This is one that we watched after I found the Puppet Master movies with my buddy Ben. So we just went down the rabbit hole of finding everything that was doll related, not really paying attention to directors still at that point. So it was also, this is Empire, not Full Moon yet. And Puppet Master, like from 2 on, was Full Moon. I think the first one's still Empire. So we just went down the rabbit hole and I watched this and absolutely loved it as a teenager. How old were you?
A teenager?
15, 16, something like that. And it's surprisingly, it's been that long since I've watched it again. I got it in the Empire box set that came out from Arrow, with like Robot Jocks and Cellar Dweller.
I gotta get that. That's probably out of print by now, isn't it?
It's amazing. I don't know. It went out of print first, then it came back for a little bit, so I was able to snag it on a second run because my buddy J-Man grabbed it first. But watching it today, man, I couldn't stop smiling. This movie this is it for me when it comes to these kind of movies. I had a ball watching it. I want to watch it again. I tried to find time to watch it twice today. And it's a breeze of a movie.
It's short, 77 minutes. It's under 80, I think.
Yeah, it's under 80
hour
minutes.
17.
Okay, yeah.
I'll take it.
Yep, 77.
It's such a breeze, it's well paced for a nice creepy movie. But yeah, Pete, I'm happy with the Pete pick.
Excellent.
That's what I can say here.
High praise.
I had a ball with this.
Wait till my next one. Oh boy.
I've seen that one too. So.
We'll talk about that much later. I found this movie. It was very charming. It was very 1984 or 87. I think 86. It was filmed in 84, but it took that long for it to get released. I think that's where I'm getting my dates mixed
It
up.
might be they started tail end of 84, which would have put them in a production of through 85, because it took a year, one whole year to get everything done. And they filmed this and From Beyond back to back.
Back to
like,
back
in the
on a
same
studio.
area.
This whole house is a studio. And I was blown away when I found that out. I thought for sure they went to the Rocky Horror Mansion or something and they found a different room to be in. This is all on a studio. I was so impressed with how everything looked. It had creepy, old dark house vibes to it the whole time.
This had a Hammer feel to it that
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what,
not enough cobwebs. Needed more cobwebs.
More cobwebs and more candles.
Yes.
I did. It just kind of worked for me on this one. It just had a vibe to it that I really enjoyed. And, it's now that I know that I really like Stuart Gordon, I like Brian Usna, I like Charles Band type movies. I can appreciate it more now that I've watched a lot more movies and I talk about them more. I really felt like I may have liked this as a teenager, but I really like this as an adult now.
I tell you what, when we start podcasting, you start really looking at things very closely. And I found that in the last 6 or 7 years that I'm following directors way more than I ever thought I would, outside of Lucas and Spielberg and things. You see a Steven Spielberg on a poster, you're gonna go, oh, I'll see that for sure. Sight unseen. I don't even need a trailer.
Wes
for that
Craven, John Carpenter.
Yeah, but I've got a couple of directors that I really, really like, and I will just watch whatever they put out. I don't care what it is. I'll if I find it streaming, I'll look at that. I'll get it from the library. But there's a lot here recently, and I like what you said there, Charlie. The Charles Band, Stuart Gordon. Yeah, I'm going to start following them a little closer too. I think everything I've seen of theirs has value to it. Is it good? Whatever. Is this movie good?
Charlie Band movies has Pete all over.
Yeah.
Pete. Just
really
on all the titles. Literally, yeah. Have you not listened to our Full Moon Month from the Barons?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, and there you go.
It takes a while
takes
a while to sink in. It's got to drill into the layers of gray matter.
Freak? Yes.
Yeah. Oh, Castle Freak. Yeah.
That was good.
That's a really high entry on the Empire Full Moon.
And honestly, thinking back to that month, I actually do think Puppet Master was considered Full Moon at that point, because that's why I picked it.
Was it still Full Moon?
I went down the list and we did the first Puppet Master. Yeah,
you did. Yeah, that's right. So you know better than
it might have been like the transitional, like right when he ended doing Empire Productions,
right?
Because I think it's only 3 years difference between the release of Dolls and then Puppet Master. And that's my frustration even more now with the first Puppet Master. Like, why didn't you just do what you did in Dolls, but go all out like you... I watched the behind the scenes of this also today. That's why I didn't have a chance to watch it the second time. And they were like, yeah, we had to amp it up. It just didn't feel Charles Bandy enough. And then I'm like, well, then what did you do in Puppet Master that you had to amp this one up? But then Puppet Master fell on its face. At least the first one does for me. And then picks itself back up in part 2, 3.
I don't think that first Puppet Master knew what it wanted to be.
I don't think it did
like,
either.
Where are the puppets evil? Is the Puppet Master himself evil? What's going on? I don't think they really had that story fleshed out. And then in the subsequent sequels, they
figured it out.
They figured it out.
I think he was erring too much on, I don't want to remake Dolls. And fair enough. I'm with you on that. But you have the opportunity now to do what you couldn't do in Dolls and do it a little bit better, do it a little faster, cheaper even, I guess, if you want to go that route. Because, man, Dolls, I don't know how they fit all this in a budget that they did. I don't even know what the budget was for this, but it's not big.
I do know that Stuart Gordon used his kids' toys and dolls, so that probably helped. Yeah, some of the budget.
I know during the movie it was having as much in camera as possible, but
you can see
when they sent it to be, for the studio to view it and everyone else, they went, actually we need more. So they had to hire an entire like puppetry specialist that did stop motion, and they built even more. And it took him like a 5-second scene would take a week for him
sure.
to do. So
it's probably just one guy, huh?
It was one, I think
yeah.
one guy and maybe some assistants, but as far as special effects, it was all done during the movie. But all those awesome, like when the dolls are talking to each other, debating on whether to kill Ralph, that's all stop motion. And I love every second of it, but I'm also like, where did you find this money? You know, one movie funded the next movie. It's the Canon way. You know, they pre-sold this.
Here's
movie
a poster.
too.
Make this movie. I think that's literally how this got made.
Yeah,
just so charming.
That poster was around before the movie was, and then they were like, "We need that scene in the movie." And you know, they do it close enough, and I feel like they honored it.
We got
they got it really well. But I love I kept saying today, it's just this movie was just so charming to me.
Yeah.
Just from knowing when it was made, what they were able to do with it. And this whole movie felt like an extended Tales from the Crypt episode or, you know, Creep Show episode, but it was more of a full feature. You know, it had that, it's a fairy tale, but it's gory, which I love when you can do that right. And it had this fantasy vibe to it. Music helps a lot with that too, but I don't know. I wish I could put into words what I felt during this, other than I felt just so fucking happy watching this movie. You know, the kid's not annoying at all. She
charmed my. Oh, I fell in love with this little girl. And yeah, usually kid actors are like, oh boy, here we go. She delivers some really good lines. There was a line, her and Ralph, the hitchhiker, or the guy that picked up the hitchhikers.
Yeah.
They developed this friendship, and they're walking around the house looking for these dolls or something. And they go to the area, and is this where you saw her, the dead body? And she says, I think. He's like, really? You think or you know? She's like, I'm 7. What do you expect?
I love that line.
Smack right there. It was a great delivery.
So
and it was so funny. It just brought Charlie. It brought a great big smile to my face. I really liked her delivery of her lines and just the smile on her face.
She's an honest child. They said that they auditioned like 100 kids, and they said they felt most of them just felt like Hollywood kids, good actors,
sure,
good at their craft, but didn't have the innocence of a child until they got to her. And they were like, and they said once she was on set and they were kind of explaining, okay, the dolls are going to come to life and kill people. She's like, okay. They said her ability with her imagination to kind of, you know, because a lot of it is she's not seeing what's happening. So she, even as an actor, she's imagining what's happening.
Yeah.
She took it to like a fish to water, and it was amazing. Also, did Ralph looks familiar to you guys?
Well, I called him Timu Sean Astin through the whole movie.
Come on. He's an alumni to our show. He has been on here before. He is Officer Duffy from RoboCop 2.
Oh my God, he is
autopsy.
100% him.
Oh my God, that is him.
Yes.
Wow, well done.
I kept looking at him, and I'm like, this dude is so freaking familiar to me. I know this face.
Man.
This is not a large cast at all. This is a very small, tight cast.
6 people, 7, including the girl.
Possibly
1, 2,
7.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7.
7.
Yeah, the 2 girls, the married couple, the other married couple.
8.
Okay, thank you.
Forgot Ralph.
Yep.
Your math is way better than mine. Thank you.
But yeah, that's old Officer Duffy, and I tell you what, he nailed it too. They did it right where I care about that character amazingly. Another thing, I think some people maybe have watched this movie, and Anna, I'm not 100% sure where this movie is it just like a doll thing that you don't like dolls, or was it like the vibe of the movie that was not quite clicking with you on this?
They never do. Puppet Master, Ghoulies, stuff, unless it's Gremlins or Toy Story or Megan. and that's a robot. That's not like a doll.
That's fair.
I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm just not here for
They
it.
just
It's just
don't.
not. It just does not do anything for me. It just doesn't. And plus, we
Because
covered this on my other show, my first show, and we actually did a Stuart Gordon director spotlight. And I'd never seen. I think I'd only seen Reanimator, and the other ones was this, From Beyond, and Dagon, which that's a good one.
Dagon. I like Dagon.
Dagon's good. I fucking liked that. It was
I like
scary.
like
that.
that one.
But yeah,
gross.
this was my least favorite of the four. It's
Well,
just not,
I was just my thought process through this though is also this is a horror dark comedy. It's very much a almost silly caricatures of everyone. The mom and dad are overly bad mom and dad. She's the stepmom. Let's call it the stepmom.
She's over.
I'm really glad the mom was still alive somewhere.
Yes,
that she was just
happy.
with dad. I was like, okay, good. At least her parents aren't dead by the end of this. And she's trying to set Ralph up with her mom.
But this stepmom is a live action Cruella DeVille.
For sure. She's got the head band on
head
the
thing,
whole time.
the fur coat.
She's impossibly wealthy, is what we were led to believe.
I hate the dad, so I'm not worried about the dad being
the
redeemable
Timo
later.
William Cat. Yeah,
Timo William Cat. I will agree with you on that one. That looked exactly like it. But when he makes snide comments, like whenever they get stuck, and the daughter's like, "Daddy, what's going on?" And he goes, "I just want to kill this kid." And the step mom goes, "Me first." And I was like, "Okay, fuck y'all. Yeah, fuck y'all. Y'all pieces of shit."
How'd you get custody of this little girl? Like,
it's just it's the summertime kind of thing. Like she's with her dad in the summer. Because he says that. He's like, I know you don't like spending your summers with me. And believe me, I don't like it either. And it's like, you're a piece of shit, dude.
Just
Fuck
break
you guys.
ties then. If that's how much you don't like your kid, it's okay not to be the dad. It's fine because you're just making it worse.
And because of that relationship in the movie, we're cheering for the villains. Like we're wanting the villains to win in the end and kill them because they're so shitty.
Yeah, the dolls.
I don't call the dolls villains at all in this movie.
I'm talking about the Gabriel and his wife.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't think they're villains at all. This is me. My look at it. The villains are the mom and stepmom and the two hitchhikers because they have no redeeming qualities. The hitchhikers were going to rob Ralph, and who knows what else if they'd given the opportunity. Then they were going to steal from everyone. I feel like this movie it was kind of like supernatural fate that caused the car to get stuck right when it got stuck. And this is the very Crypt Keeper feel of this movie was there's a reason these people have been stuck here. They're about to get their comeuppance in a supernatural way. And Gabriel and his wife, my God, I don't really know what they were in before. I'm sure they're seasoned actors and actress and all this. They just felt like a piece of this house. Like they just fell into this spot and they acted it beautifully. He's almost the puppet maker in the Puppet Master movies.
You can see
where they get that influence for him later.
Yeah, some connective tissue between the two.
The dolls and the stuff that they're making, they're still killing people. So that's the mom and dad. So they're fucking Batman. It's still just they can still be considered the bad guys.
More Punisher than Batman, I would think. But even at the end, Gabriel does say something at the very end to William Cat. He says, but we gave everyone a choice. We gave you an opportunity to be good, and you weren't. So that's why the dolls turned on you.
Yeah, it's a horrific way of teaching them a lesson.
Of justice,
because, they were not interested in changing their ways. I mean, they continually, shit on Judy the entire movie. I also love that they gave her the doll punch, so you get the whole punching Judy. Yeah. Exactly. So
that was not lost on me.
I love that little and that is the doll. It is the punch.
The punch character of that
puppet, from that show.
Classic.
It's a British one. It's not an American. I think on maybe some of the kid channels it would pop up once in a while, but it was a very British show for the puppet.
I
Punch
think
and
it's
Judy.
the Punch and Judy shows were like pre-television, even pre-vaudeville. They were like a traveling circus sort of thing. It was an
It could have been.
entertainment. You'd have puppet shows for kids, and Punch and Judy was one of
Yeah.
those classic reoccurring shows that would travel between villages.
It's kind of taken on the Grimm fairy tales, which is where the
That's
fairy
a
tale
great
end of
one
this.
right there. Grimm fairy tales. Yeah.
So the Grimm fairy tales, non-Disneyfied, were horrific stories about lessons, and they were sometimes hard lessons to learn. And whether you're an adult, and they were meant to teach children, basically, don't be shitty people, or don't do this and don't do that. That's to keep you alive. Don't go wandering off in the woods, or a
right,
witch
by
will eat
yourself.
you.
Right.
So this has that flair of don't dismiss a child's childlike innocence. Don't belittle, people around you or think you're better, because you're going to get yours in the end. And I love that. But I love that their caricatures of bad characters. So I'm ready for them to die. Like the stepmother, I'm ready for her to get her comeuppance. I'm ready for the dad to get his.
She got it good. They both got it good.
I think this is going to be a difficult at the end of the show picking my favorite, because I have reasons for each death on why I might like it more than another beyond gore, so there's a lot of things to consider, and it's for a very, very, very small body count, and a very, one setting story. But also at the end of the movie, if you watch right up to the credits, they leave and another car gets
Another
stuck.
car comes in and gets stuck.
And it's another dad mad and yells at the kids in the back seat.
They shut up.
And
or
it's
whatever,
just
yeah.
starting that cycle all over again. I don't know. Like I said, I smiled this entire movie. I had so much fun. And I'm loving the special effects too. Teddy, on just her little daydream, that bear coming out of the woods and eating the mom and dad, even though it was just her daydreaming.
Yeah.
It comes out looking like Teddy first. So you're like, okay, this is cool. All right. And then it transforms into a grizzly monster bear.
10-foot tall teddy bear with teeth and claws.
Cocaine teddy bear.
And for cocaine teddy bear. We need to write that one. I didn't realize that was a daydream. It was a really nice pullback. Like, he throws the bear into the woods. This movie's called Dolls. This bear comes out of the woods. You're like, oh shit, something crazy supernatural is happening here. Mom and dad get eaten and then snap back to reality. She's teddy bearless, and
she gets smacked in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Like,
just knock it off.
What's wrong with you, kid? But when the bear shrugs its shoulders at Judy, like, what did you do, Teddy? I was
a doodle.
grinning from ear to ear at that moment. Yeah, and the aesthetic of this, and the house, like we said, was done on. It's all in studio. Like you, Pete. You could have told me they were in a house that they found, and I would have believed it.
Stunning interior work. Well done. And like you said, Charlie, I don't know how you did it for the budget. Whatever the budget was,
clue.
it couldn't have been $1 million, could it? I mean, I'm thinking 500,000 at the most.
I mean, sometimes they put it on here. I could probably wiki it, but I don't know.
It's fine. It's not. Someone will be yelling at their radio.
Let them yell. It's fine.
Let them yell.
Yeah, I don't know. And we're all saying 80. This thing. Oh, it was filmed in 86, but came out in 87.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it was.
Yeah.
It was filmed and then shelved for a year because of. It wasn't shelved. I take that back. It was delayed because of the special effects.
Yeah, post-production.
And the special effects, I mean, we've touched on it. This is some of the best stop motion I've seen in a long time. It's, especially for the 80s, it's solid and it's still believable. It has that uncanny valley where you're looking at it and it doesn't look like today. If this would be made today, the dolls would have looked very smooth and it would have looked real. And that would have taken me out of it.
It would have snapped you out of it. Yeah.
Right. But the weird movement of stop motion to this guy gave it a creepier sense, because that's actually what you're seeing. It doesn't make sense to the brain as you see these things move. And I really enjoyed how creepy that was. As you saw, like when you go to the old Ray Harryhouse and stuff, yeah, like the elephant, the Tyrannosaurus Rex and Valley of Gwangi, the sizing is great. It's not as smooth as you'd like it. Today you could clean that up really well, but with dolls and Puppet Master also, I do want that herky jerky. Like, we're not quite real. We're definitely inanimate objects that shouldn't be able to move, but for whatever reason we do, whether we're a spirit or there's something inside us or whatever it might be. And there's the big reveal. Are these things? Are these things other things? Are these things possessed dolls? Is it something inside the doll? Is it a fairy? Is it like, I think there's
something in there.
There was, but not in all of them. Not in all of them, though.
Yeah, right. Well, Punch busts open and there's nothing. I think it's a blend.
Yes.
Like Anna's saying, there's obviously something in there, because we get the fantastic gore
skeletal reveal or whatever it was.
Busting them things open, and there's like faces molded behind, and stuff starts bubbling and oozing and stuff like that. But then there's some that, like you said, Pete, you punch it open and there's nothing there. I also love that they keep them hidden for the better part of the beginning of this movie. You hear the laughter, you hear the pattering of tiny feet. And that, because this is, to me, I think what works is this is a fear kids can have. That creepy doll in Nana's house that you just, no matter where you go, them fucking eyes,
they just
are
follow
just
you.
following you.
Did that thing turn its head?
Did
Stop
it move? And they play on that. So like when the first girl, the hitchhiker, and they're fucking around with the music box, and the doll's up on the shelf, and they keep moving a little bit, and moving a little bit, and they keep, but the girl's like, way out, like, because she's not paying attention. Like, what? Something's different.
Not closely enough to actually see it move, but something in the back of her head is going, that wasn't quite there the last time.
Yeah.
Or was it?
Or
Did I
that
see
feeling that
wrong?
you're being watched,
Yeah.
you know, just that's the creepiness of this movie that I think they nailed. They nailed that 100%. This is a bit more of I don't want to say lighthearted, but I also don't want to say silly. I don't think this movie's silly. I think they nailed everything they went out to do. It just, it hits the right mood. I would call this, like we've talked about here before, entry level horror. Like, you know, we want to get kids started into it.
Yeah.
This is the next step. So
Thank you. That's where I was, because it's just gory enough that like an 8-year-old might get a little traumatized there. This would be a very easy TV edit.
I think an easy TV edit, or they've gotten used to more frightening but not as gory movies. And then you transition this to where there's not a lot of jump scares. There's some subtle scares in this movie, but it gives them a taste of gore without ripping intestines out zombie style or beheading someone. But you feel like you saw something you shouldn't have seen. But then there's some scenes here that still fuck with me when Ralph and Judy go up in that attic and the hitchhiker girl's in the chair tied up, and that light just casts across that doll face on her, and you're just like, even as an audience, you're like, what the fuck did I just see? What? It's human sized. What did I just see? Don't show it to me again, okay? I'm not ready to see it right now.
And then they do.
Oh, they do.
They do. They get a little closer.
Spectacularly. But yeah, I kept thinking this today, like, because Chloe's gotten into some of the more, I want to say harder, because she watches The Shining. She's seen the Child's Play movies. So she's seen the more slashery ones, but I'm also like, I wonder how this movie would go across on her. Because I don't know how bloody of a bloody movie she's seen yet. Like, I'm not 100% if she's dove into the Scream franchise or something. Or
how old is she?
She's turning 16. So
I
may baby her a little bit more than I should, but
stop protecting that gal. She's good.
Or maybe she's snuck in and watched something and y'all don't know yet.
she's behind the couch looking.
I think I watched half the shit I did.
I mean, I'm sure she has, but there's just something about this movie where I'm like, this will be interesting because I'd want to watch it with her because I kind of want to see the looks on her face. And she still has dolls and stuffed animals in her bedroom, so it's like, let's see how fucked up this can get.
You go into her room the next day, and her closet is full of all her toys. Like, no, I put those
Couldn't
away.
look at them last night. I had to throw them in there.
Well, you stay at an old aunt's house or something. It's like,
oh
I
god,
I don't want to even put it in my closet in the room I'm staying in because that somehow makes it worse. I'm gonna find some other place in the house to hide this.
Did those Venetian blinds move? Are they looking at me through there?
Pushing the Chester drawers in front of the door. Not getting me today. But it's an inherent fear. I love whenever they can pull on something that is an actual fear in people. So
sure,
they're legitimately scared
especially
of
for
dolls.
children. Like, did that move? One of my favorite things about the film that was a negative until I started really thinking about the movie today, because I was a little disappointed yesterday. I'm like, oh boy, this didn't land with me. But as I chewed on it, I started enjoying it more and more, and this conversation is also helping. But the first half of this movie is very boring. It's very slow. I felt it frustrating. It was a long setup for such a short movie. And I felt like the Ralph and the hitchhikers really got shoehorned in, except they did, the original family did pass the hitchhikers earlier in the film.
Yep.
And then Ralph eventually picks them up. So, okay, there was that connective tissue.
They don't just surprise them on you, which I love.
Right.
Yeah.
When they first appeared, I'm like, these people just literally waltz through the back door into the kitchen. Like, what are you people doing there? And then I had to think about, those were the hitchhikers from before the rain started. So this one had to grow on me a little bit. And that first 20, 25 minutes, boy, it's a bit of a snooze fest.
What
you're like, where is this going?
What I'm still getting tickled about, I can't help myself, is when you came in the Slack and you said, hey gang, FYI, this movie's not good.
Number one, I'm picturing Anna fuming on the other side of her phone, going, this motherfucker made me watch this. This is why I went, this is your first time watch? So I'm like, I'm thinking Anna is gone. Like,
I was. That's why I sent that gift of that comedian going, I knew that. I knew this. I tried to tell y'all. Why didn't you listen?
Anna's blocked me from all social media.
This is definitely Cruel Jaws Part 2. So,
I love Cruel Jaws, and this is so much better. This tickled me, and that's why I was like, as much as I try to get Pete to give us a movie you grew up with and you just adore, he still doesn't. Yet somehow he still won on this one for me. But also, to me, I equate this slow build isn't slow to me. I'm learning the characters. I'm learning that I hate the mom and stepmom and dad. I'm catching the nuances of the conversation from Gabriel and his wife. How they're not even bothered that these people burst into their kitchen as if they own the place.
They are not.
They've got
they're
some
nonplussed. More people.
You should have
been.
Well, you would have gotten the reaction that they got when they snuck in through the back door, which I also like. Is they probably expect someone to stop. That's the supernatural end of it. But because this family went through the storm doors, that's what made them worry. They went, oh, that's not a norm. That's why they say most people come through the front door. So Gabriel has the gun on them, and they're causing a commotion, and there's dolls down there. You see the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So it caught them off guard because they went a different way of coming in. Judy is the one that they're like, oh, it's a child. Okay. Oh, this is supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Come on up. It's all good. I liked figuring that out as I watched the movie. And like you, Pete, you just kind of sit there and you think on it and you marinate on it a little bit. And I was like, the way they wrote this to where everything is planned, it's orchestrated from beginning to end. Everyone's rooms are in certain places. They knew Ralph was probably going to be safe, which is why he's further away from the two girls, the dad and stepmom. They picked up on his childlike because the way he answered questions. You know, I had toys growing up as well. I even remember all of my dolls' names, and Gabriel goes, and they remember yours. And it's just like those phrases. You're just like, oh my God, this
is the horror version of Toy Story, by the way.
Toy Story has a horror version, and that shit with Sid is still fucking terrifying.
Yeah, I know. Kind of sad too.
It is sad. It's sad to see what the toys go through. So
I know, by the devil child.
I wouldn't be mad if Sid got sent to this house on a summer vacation. And the dolls
Right.
got sent
Right.
to bed.
Yeah. He'd become a doll real quick.
All by himself. He tries to put a firecracker in one of these dolls' butts, and the little army men come out and shoot him.
Oh my gosh,
It'd be Sid's head on top of the erector set looking crab thing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
just swapped it for the doll with no hair. But no, it's a lot of fun. All right. This conversation has been going awesome, but I think we need to hit a commercial break real quick, and we'll jump right back into it.
You're watching the USA Network.
Hey horror friends, welcome to Tomb of Terrors. I'm Old Man Brad, your guide into darkness. Here, every episode is a journey into horror. I'm digging up the latest releases, having conversations with the filmmakers who bring these nightmares to life, or sometimes dragging in my friends to explore cult classics, like Bruno Mattei's Cruel Jaws. There's something spine-tingling around every corner. So whether you love a bloody Italian slasher, a chilling ghost story, or those hidden treasures scattered throughout Tubi, this tomb has something for every horror fan. Just dim the lights, cozy up in a blanket, and step inside. If you dare.
Your Honor, I'd like to bring in Exhibit A, a bad movies, a worst people.
Oh, bad movies, worst people, you say. The court will allow it. Go on, man. Please elaborate to the jury.
So it is a podcast with unqualified assholes, if you will.
Unqualified, you say?
Yes, they have no business judging anything that they watch, but they do it anyway.
Yeah, I hear they talk about... I don't have a voice.
But I can, in fact, hear you. You do have a voice, son. Let the courtroom, let it be stated he has a voice. It is just not a good one. He sounds like a damn Yankee.
They talk about bad movies, good movies, all the movies. We take a movie, deconstruct it, and then make a bunch of inappropriate jokes and decide whether or not we like it. Spoiler, we usually do.
Sometimes there's some wacky voices, but either way, court is in order, and the order should be pizza.
Thank you, Yana.
Badmoviesworstpeople.com.
Just when you thought you were safe, the terror continues with another chilly tale tonight on USA Network's Saturday Nightmares.
Okay, so you know what we haven't talked about yet? Probably some of our favorite things about this podcast are the kills.
Yes. This
surprisingly, as this movie started out, as slow as it started out, I'm like, oh boy, it's a child. I thought we were going to get another, gateway movie, something that was
off-camera kills,
easy to digest, something like Troll or Ghoulies 3 or something that wasn't, a lot of off-camera stuff, maybe a quick flash of something gross, a blood splatter, something like that. But this movie really impressed me with it. It just came at you hard with these kills.
Yeah, I feel like it set the bar. You're not really expecting it to go where it goes, but with Teddy's imagined kills, they're still pretty graphic. You know, he rips arm off and mauls the face, and you're like, oh wow, they're showing it to me. Okay, cool. But they kept upping it in this movie, and that I love it. Like I liked Megan. I've seen the first one. I haven't watched the second one yet, so obviously I haven't listened to the episode because I want to watch it first.
Sure.
But that was probably one of my biggest complaints with Megan is whenever they go PG-13, I think they take some of the teeth out of a movie a little bit. Even though I still like Megan, I'm like, I want this still feel, don't change the movie, but give me gore. I'm an adult. I know what I like. Give me gore. This one, like you said, Pete, I feel like I'm getting something, but then they flipped the script.
They sure did.
And I get good gore in this one without going overly over the top. I guess they did film some of the kills, like
some extra stuff,
really graphic, like pitchfork pulling intestines out. And they went, it doesn't fit the vibe of the movie, so they cut it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not
I agree
mad.
with that.
Yeah, I'm not mad that they did that, but I love it's right at that edge. It's right at that line. And the hitchhikers leading this one, this is where that slow burn, which I personally don't feel the slowness of this. I'm just immersed in this world. But once it goes with her, it's like they step on the gas with her kill. I absolutely love this one where she's stealing shit. And for the first little while, we don't see any dolls except
don't see a single doll, but you hear them.
Yeah.
And they started, they start throwing things at her? Like they throw a knife at her or something? Boy,
This is the one where they trip her.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then they grab her by the arm
and smack her head into the wall.
Bash her head into a wall, all while Judy's walking around the house looking to go get a drink of water. And she doesn't see the actual like smashing. Dude, I love how they filmed this. Again, simple filming techniques. Her arms are splayed out as if the dolls are dragging her
wrists
and
or something.
The camera's doing a lot of the movement, and you know, someone's dragging her off screen. Bit of a nip slip too, Pete. So there was a little bit of
I missed
it.
You
didn't even see it. Oh wow, it's right there.
I'm ashamed. I had to turn my weirdo card in tonight.
That corset outfit she's wearing just come right down for a quick minute.
Whoops.
But you see all that, and then the camera movement of, you know, bashing into the baseboard and a little bit more blood and a little bit more blood and then a lot more blood, and then it would cut to her face and her forehead's bloody, her nose is gushing blood, her teeth are fucked up. It's effective. I actually really like this kill.
It was a great kill, and then poor Judy gets to see the aftermath of her getting bashed in
and drugged down the hallway.
Her face is just bloody, her nose is broken, her cheeks are kind of crushed in, and she's bleeding all over the floor. And there's poor Judy holding punch. And what remind me what she says, the hitchhiker.
Help me or something.
Help me or something like that.
Oh, she screams for help or
and then
hit someone. I forget exactly what she says.
And then someone off camera drags her back into that room in a real, I wouldn't call that a jump scare, but it was sudden and frightening.
Yeah, it's that she's laying on the ground and then all of a sudden, and you don't see it. Mm-hmm. You know, I like that a lot of this movie is kind of from not POV, but more or less the perspective of Judy. You know, you're seeing this as a child would see some of the things, but we still get to see the gore, but you're kind of seeing it how she sees it. And I also, this is what I loved is she immediately runs to go tell her parents.
That's good girl. That's what you should do.
They poo-poo, shut up, you're stupid.
Oh, they berate her.
Oh, they
shut up
horribly.
Go to the other room. We don't want you in here. Get out of here. You're making shit up again.
Yeah. So she goes to the only other person that listens to her, and that's Ralph, he's ready to go to sleep and ain't worried about nothing. And she's talking to Ralph, and Ralph's like, okay, little kid, I'm listening to you, but we'll check in the morning. Okay. We'll see if okay. But he looks at her slippers, and the thought process of having this little girl in these fuzzy slippers covered in blood, where she doesn't even realize she's been walking around in it. And he's just like, the fuck? That's not normal. That's not right. Something's wrong here.
Didn't he say it was paint or something? And he corrects it?
I don't know if he says paint, because Gabriel plays that off as it's paint.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Which is the biggest gaslighting moment I've seen in a movie in a while. He goes, oh, because I love how he sets it up. Because Ralph's like, there's blood everywhere. He goes, oh, please don't tell everyone. And you're like, oh shit, this guy's telling the whole
he's
thing.
admitting to it. Yeah.
He's like, I don't want my wife to find out. I spilled red paint, and I like to tinker in the middle of the night. I do my best work at night, and I haven't had a chance to clean it up yet. Ralph's like, what was it blood? Hold on. He's
now he's
processing this whole thing.
Yeah. Now he's doubting himself because this is ridiculous. Dolls aren't alive. There's nothing weird going on here. It makes perfect sense that he's a doll maker, although it would have been a lot of paint in the hallway of all places.
A gallon of red paint.
Yeah.
How much
and
red
you would
you
smell the paint too. Like, come on.
Paint and blood tend to smell a little differently. I agree. Yeah.
Oh, he had his paint because you got to be like, I touched it. Did that really feel like paint? Like, I'm not.
Yeah, paint's a different kind of tacky, right?
What was that in Triple X? Funny thing is that smells like real blood. That should have been a line. He's like, smells like real blood. But I like how calm Gabriel is in all this. Obviously, because he knows exactly what's going on.
He's Farmer Vincent.
Yeah, the way he's just telling him exactly what he thinks he needs to hear, and puts him off. He's still a little on guard, but not like he was before. Hell, they start thinking Ralph is a creep and killed the one girl and shouldn't be around kids. I'm getting more mad at these people. Like, Ralph's a good dude. Don't fuck with Duffy. I like this guy.
He's fine. Yeah, everyone is turning against Ralph at this point. They're all blaming him. Stay away from my daughter, you pedophile. Stay away from me. You killed my.
I mean, on the outside looking in, to people who have no idea what's going on, they're not going to believe elves or dolls. Like, it looks a little suspicious.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I'll agree. I think as a viewer that we know what's happened, it's designed to side with Ralph. But you're right, Anna. If you look at it without knowing what no one else knows, that's a little weird. Even in the 80s, that's a little weird.
Well, we don't have a body, so we don't know if she's dead. And they jump to the conclusion that Ralph is the killer pretty quickly.
Oh, it was lightning fast.
and then he's molesting the kid. That all happened in rapid succession. I was like, what?
Yeah,
Stop
the dad jumped to that really fast on there. But again, like you said, this is getting ready to go. We're in the last half of the movie. And when we say last half of the movie, we're in the last 30 to 20 minutes to go. So a lot of stuff has to happen. So you get the other hitchhiker girl bebopping to her radio. I love it was the most generic sounding 80s rock that was just they didn't have to pay for. I want to believe it was like Brian Usna on an electric guitar just playing power chords. And that Usna, and I think his brother is part of music. We've got a tie to Brian Usna a little bit. We've done a few of his movies, but also James and Bobby have worked with him doing the Witch House movie, their independent movie.
Oh, no kidding.
Brian did some, like they would send him the script. Brian would send him some ideas. They'd send him some of the early picture, film of it. And Brian was giving them a lot of, information where they should go. Cause they were doing a very Lovecraftian Witch House movie. And Brian loves that shit. I mean, they eat that stuff up. So I like that I've never met him. I'd love to meet Brian, but I like knowing that we're like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, but we're not quite all 6 degrees.
We met him at Horror Hound the last time we went when they did the Reanimator reunion.
Oh, that's awesome!
And everybody was there. He was part of the Reanimator panel too.
We were here it was a cookout. We were watching movies, and I was like, you know what? I haven't watched Honey, I Shrunk the Kids in forever. And Brian Usna's name comes up in the credits, and Jackie and I are both like, oh, I didn't even know he was involved in this. My mom and dad are like, what's wrong with you two? And I'm like, horror movies, but I didn't realize he was involved in this one. We were Leonardo DiCaprio pointing at the TV screen, like we know who that is. But I also like this is going to be my issue. I like the other hitchhiker girls encounter, because now the dolls are getting more brazen. They break her radio, you turn, and then there's dolls up on the mantle where the radio was. But then the camera shows behind her, and there's even more dolls behind her. Like now it's like it's an army of dolls, and it's almost like no matter where she turned, more of them appeared, and then they just go batshit. They just start.
It's a horde at that point. It's a zombie horde. It's a dolly horde.
And this girl holds her own for a while. She catches that one on fire, which I thought the cowboy lights his ass on fire. I was like,
which is weird because Punch didn't catch fire, but this guy did real quickly. So I wonder if that's the difference in dolls.
Synthetic fiber versus natural fiber.
Is that what it is? This one's fire retardant. This one's clearly not.
Or a different kind of spell.
Right. That's like it's a different being or entity or whatever.
I like it that they don't rely on fire being the doll's weakness.
Right.
That kind of shows that it might work on one, but it may not work on another. I like that. And that goes back to where there's probably different entities possessing these dolls, or it could just be what that person was. I like that they throw out pygmies. It's like, I think you're just going around killing pygmies and throwing them in dolls. Laughing at that one.
How small do you think a pygmy is?
That's what I was wondering. You see them shrunken heads.
Tell me it's a really leprechaun. I'll believe it more than a pygmy.
They call them elves almost the entire movie. That's what she reverts to. Judy does. But yeah, and they turn this girl kind of into, you almost think she's going to be like a badass. She kind of goes final girl a little bit in this, where she's fighting them back. She's actually gets away from them. But dude, I love these wooden soldiers. There's another version of a doll, because he says that I make all kinds. I make dollies. I make this. I make soldiers. And they're not, they look like wooden.
They look
soldiers.
like your old timey Christmas
Nutcracker.
wooden soldier nutcracker. What exactly?
Yes. No articulation, just stiff arm on a pin that raises up and down, and they pull up little guns. And anybody watching this movie, you're like, oh, I know what's about to happen.
Like a
They're about
fire
to shoot.
squad.
They're going to shoot little tiny bullets at this chick, and damn if it ain't great. Blood squibs coming out this chick's back.
That's my favorite. And then they like reload and fire again, and she's like at her side, and she gets shot in the boob. I was like, oh man, that's the worst one.
I bet that squib hurt, man.
Oh,
Squib pops?
Squibs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Hope
wouldn't
she was
like
wearing a padded bra.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, she gets pretty dramatic death. They close up on the face, a little bit of blood coming out of the mouth. I mean, they do the deaths right in this movie, but none better as far as drug out, which is earned. I love that this
so earned.
The death is earned when it comes to the stepmom, but it also feeds on the fear of dolls coming to life. Because when she pulls that blanket back, when she's laying in bed and they're all at her fucking feet.
Nope. That was the one scene in the American version of The Grudge that I screamed.
Oh, fuck that.
Audibly.
Oh, God,
like
dude.
When she lifted that up and there's that stark white boy.
I hate that.
I was in the theater with Jody and I went, ah! And I knew it was there. I knew it was going to be there.
I was already pissed off about the attic scene, that jump scare, but somehow they made it worse. And I'm like, fuck you guys. Fuck you. I don't like this. Stop it.
I don't like this. Stop it.
No, I'm not scared by much, but those I fucking hate. Those
that
two
got you
jump
good,
scares in The Grudge, man. I can't stand those. But this one, it works. I also like that this is kind of the movie I would point to when everyone goes, fuck Chucky, I'd just kick him. Because I agree, he's one doll. You can kick him, you can throw him. But when these little bastards are coming from every angle, You kick
With
one,
sharp
but one
implements.
jumps on your back with a switchblade and stabs you that you didn't even know was there. It's the power in numbers. And I love that. I love that. They are just, and these dolls are going ham on her. One of them's got a fucking hammer beating her in the fucking head, and there's a thud. There is a great sound
Foley's
effect.
beautiful.
Thud. Oh my God. And then she runs out in the hallway. She's kicking them. She's moving. And then all of a sudden there's a fucking hacksaw hacking at her.
Hacking out her wrist, wasn't it?
No, her
Or was it
ankle.
her ankle. It's ankle.
Right at her ankle. The behind the scenes that she's talking about this, she goes, "Oh yeah, all this, everything's coming at me, and they got the dolls bouncing on me." She goes, "I'll tell you though, when they first brought that one out that's supposed to cut through my foot, that saw was sharp when we started."
Oh no!
And she goes, "I got worried. I went, that thing's sharp. Don't get that close to me."
Stuart, honey.
Yeah.
Sweetie.
You can turn those blades the other way and it's flat on the back. Like that would have been
fine,
a little safer. But when she's like, I had to tell him. And she goes, also, my window scene, they got a man to do it.
Sure.
He looked nothing like me. She was so mad that the stunt guy looked nothing like her. And she's like, but they would not let me jump out that window. They let him do it. And I still don't like that. I was just so tickled that that's what she's mad about.
She wanted that scene. Good for her.
She'd have been okay if it was another stunt woman that looked like her, but she was like, that man looked nothing like me. I was really enjoying their talk. And if you get a chance to watch the making of, they all adored making this movie. The love that you feel with them talking about how much fun they had making it, the creativity, the writing. The writer of it goes, all right, so what's the movie about? And Charles Band hands him the poster. He goes, oh, cool, it's a killer doll. He goes, yeah, that's it. Yeah, write it. He goes, can it be more than one killer doll? Sure. Write it. This guy's like, okay. So I wrote it. I like that. It's not very controlling. Here's a picture. Go.
It's the canon way.
Dude, I can't not listen to this and not be like, this is exactly what canon does.
Oh, yeah.
Sell a movie based on a poster. But sometimes canon didn't give a shit if the movie matched the poster. I think that's the difference with Empire and Full Moon. If it's on the poster somewhere, it's got to be in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think the only other one that maybe drops that ball is Ghost Town, because that scene on that poster, it's the skeleton that looks like a cowboy, and it's like a cowboy town behind it.
Oh,
that's not in the movie anyway.
That's not, none of it's in the movie,
but it's an iconic poster nonetheless. But you know, it's like, that's not even in the movie. There is a ghost town, and it's, you know, like westerny.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
There's no skeleton sheriff walking around.
That's hilarious.
But it's fine. I love just the feel of it. But yeah, so to get away from these dolls, she has to jump out of the window, which
she sure does.
Is amazing.
She leaps over them too, because they're all like at the end of the hallway. There's this big window, and they're all just kind of hanging out there, and she takes a leap over them, and the desperation that this woman was just trying to get away from them, and she falls 2.5 stories and doesn't quite make it. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. I mean, I'm either going to get ripped apart by these little devils, or I'm going to throw myself outside and see what happens.
Maybe I break something, but I'm still alive at the end of it, which when you see her later, that's not what happened. And
No.
But then they add an extra level in this movie that I really, really like that they did. They put Judy and Ralph in somewhat of a dangerous situation. And it's really because Ralph is questioning what's going on. What am I witnessing? And he starts to... He
was
wavers.
Freaking out because he finally sees these things talking and moving, and he rightfully freaks out.
Oh yeah.
So the dolls turn around and go, we got to kill him because he's going to get aggressive towards us.
Well, he does. He stomps on
that's right.
A half dozen of them before they do attack him. They are freaking him the fuck out, but they're all like, I really think they were trying to protect them. They put them in that closet with them. to keep them away from everything going out there.
Okay.
So they were more or less are trying to protect Judy, but they know Ralph is good. But because Ralph is freaking out, they're like, it's just another fucking adult. We got to go to business. He just killed 3 or 4 of us. We got to take him out, which is what they're trying to do till Judy speaks. I was waiting for Punch to talk. I really thought that was going to be the moment. Because again, I hadn't watched this movie in a very long time.
That he finally speaks. Yeah,
I thought Punch was going to intervene, but they made it more like she's speaking for Punch. Like he's our friend. Punch is my best friend, and that's our friend. And then the deliberation, which I love the motion. Stop. Oh my God, dude! They did it. It's gibberish. So you're like, they're not speaking real English. You know,
and Judy can understand it.
Yeah,
to a degree. I don't know if she understands. Yeah,
they're deciding whether to kill us or not. Ralph's like, shit. I fucked up. I really messed up here. But it was all, and then whenever they were like, okay, they've decided we can stay, but we also should still stay in here. Like they were still like, we need to protect you. And I even think they were more or less trying to protect Ralph from the dad, because now the dad has gone on a full tirade.
Well, he found his dead wife in a horrible way.
Oh my God, dude.
He takes a shower, sidles up to her in bed, said, "Hey baby, how you doing?" Oh my God.
This is another that they just kept amping it up. Like every kill, you're like, oh, that's awesome. This one, you see her jump out the window and you're like, oh, she died from falling. This is like off camera. Maybe she's not dead and she'll come back. Dude, when he goes in the shower and that little bit of blood appears on the sheet and you're like, oh. And we've already seen the doll version of the hitchhiker. So you're like, is she a doll? Like, what's going on? But they pull that thing back, and her, like Anna said, the pineal, it looked like, she's the one that gets her pineal gland gets sucked out. But this eyeball coming out made me think pineal gland when that thing comes popping out of his head. But she rolls, and this eyeball's just hanging out of, and the top part of her head's gone. It's caved in. Pete said no brainer earlier, and I was like, are you making a joke? Like, I really felt like he was making a joke right there, but there's no brain. Like, it's gone, and he loses his shit. You're expecting the dad to get pummeled by all the the dolls now, but dude, he comes out swinging. Like, this is the most manly this man's been in this movie.
Yeah, he's been cuckolded through the whole thing pretty much.
Oh, that's this guy. Look up cuckold.
Yeah,
picture of this guy. That's perfect right there. He's swinging like a table leg or a chair leg.
Yeah, he found something that was a fireplace poker. Maybe he's a total wiener.
He's
such a total wiener.
He is such a wiener in this. But he gets in the, Ralph and Judy decide they get out of the room with the dolls, but immediately run into her dad. And the dad has not seen the dolls yet. So he thinks, since Ralph was accused of killing the hitchhiker, now his wife is dead. His daughter's missing.
Got his daughter.
Now he has her. Ralph's the bad guy. I got to go beat the shit out of him. He's not very good at it. He does hit Ralph a couple times, but Ralph punches the fuck out of him.
Ralph gets a really good swing. Yeah.
It was so good. He clocks him, but he's also like, fuck, I didn't want to do that. It's Ralph still has
his
innocence.
hand hurts because it hurts when you punch somebody. It's like, ow, son of a bitch.
Especially if you've never done it before. You gotta have your fingers in the right spot.
Don't
hit
your
somebody
thumb in.
Right. Yeah. Transfer. Boom, punch through, all the way through. But no, you get this showdown, and Ralph gets knocked out. Judy's panicking around. And this is when Gabriel, like the dad's like tearing the fuck out of everything. He's throwing all this shit. He gets a sledgehammer. It's a sledgehammer.
He finds a sledgehammer, and they're in the doll making room or something, because there's doll body parts all over the place. That's where the doll maker, where Gabriel makes his dolls.
And Judy kept saying
that's creepy all in itself.
Judy kept saying something about Punch and everything, and then he grabs Punch and throws him down on the ground and then smashes Punch's head.
and
that's when Gabriel comes down.
His head is empty. Punches got an empty thing, and I thought for sure I'd see another little body in there like we saw earlier. And
I think they do it for two reasons. One is it could be anything supernatural, but because it's empty, it's still not cluing the dad in on what's going on. If he'd have seen something inside of Punch that isn't supposed to be there, he'd have been like,
wait a minute.
Whoa, what's going on? It's that they've caught him completely off guard because his transformation, you now realize it's all witchcraft. It's the wife is the witch in this, and he's the toy maker. I like it. But I also was curious, and I wish they'd explained it. He opens his watch and he just looks at the watch and looks at him as he's transforming. And when he's done, he puts the watch away. And I'm like, okay, I want to know more. What was that about? Like, why is it a certain time?
I didn't make note of that. Huh.
It was just, he had a gold watch.
Yeah.
And it's because
I remember now. I just didn't make a note of it.
Because the wife is staring at the dad. Like, she's freaking shining this guy into a doll. And I love this. I love
transformation. While not American Werewolf in London, was very, very good as his head starts expanding and his nose and chin start crooking out. He's
got giant hands that come
he looks down at his hands and he's got these big rubber hands on.
They're like balloons coming up. The hunch starts coming up off his head, and you realize he's turning into a Punch. And then honestly, to me, this blew past me until he turns into Punch. His pajamas are jester-like, that reverse color,
black and
pattern,
gold
patch.
Gold. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, it was right there the whole time.
It was right in front of us the whole time.
Didn't even pay attention till he has shrunk down, turned into a doll. They put the little hat on him, like, oh, the hat clashes, we'll have to make him a new one or something.
It was black and gold or red and green. I'm like,
but just it's the calmness of Gabriel and his wife too. Never are they yelling at anyone. Never are they purposely like jumping out on someone. They arrive when they're meant to arrive. They're very calm. It's like, and this lays into, they've done this hundreds of times. Are they even really there? You know what I mean? That it's that kind of that feel, because even the house just appeared. This was a weird thing that I don't know if it was a mistake or if they did it on purpose. The beginning of the movie, they see a house in the distance and they see a light and they went, we're going to go that way. But after the daydream sequence, they go the opposite way and the fog moves and they see this house that they go into. It's like, is it supposed to be like this house isn't actually here? Was that just an editing mistake? That they flipped it where it looks like they're going the wrong direction and they really weren't. I don't know. I picked up on it.
You might be thinking too hard about that.
I might be on dolls.
Yeah. I
doesn't sound like a movie that went up Charlie's alley, but it did.
I feel like the house is alive. I feel like these are the two entities that live in this house, and not all the dolls are people changed, but they are. A lot of them are. Like we see at the very end of the movie, where you see the husband, wife, and the two hitchhikers have been turned into doll-sized dolls. So
sure, we'll go doll-sized dolls.
I bet that there are a lot of those in the collection, but I bet there are other things in that collection also. I feel like, especially, I would wonder if you would open up one of those, one of the hitchhikers' bodies, you might see a skeleton, but
I'd say those are the ones that have the thing in. But if they're also under the control. Like, it's not like they're the same people. Like, now they're subservient to the toy.
I think so. Even though they're aware, they're self-aware to a degree. Like, they know that they're a doll at this point, but there's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah,
because they all look at each other at the end, like, "Oh, fuck us!" Look at
the doll eyeballs are another thing.
I
loved
it. They were so human. Like, I even think that some of the doll eyes were like bloodshot.
Yeah, they had
Like,
the veins coming off from
But
the backside.
They weren't
yeah.
quite that perfect marble or glass eye that those porcelain dolls typically have. They were flawed in some way, shape, or form, which gave them a human appearance.
A bit more realism to it, you know, like you said, because the only fake eyeballs that really felt fake was the hitchhiker's eyes when they fall out of her head.
That's all right.
And then we're gonna make the poster right up the side of her head. I was like, okay, I'm okay with it. But those were the ping pong balls.
they were huge. Had I thought about it earlier, I would have gone and bought a ping pong ball and brought him on camera.
As a prop. Yeah, you should have.
I dropped the ball. I dropped the ball.
So my absolute favorite line in this movie is right at the end when now they have to explain what happened. Ralph has been knocked out.
Yeah.
And he's sitting in a chair. Judy has been asleep. I'm sure it's very stressful that she passed right the fuck out. They wake him up. Ralph jumps up. No, they're lying. Yo, I would do that too. Like, what did I just experience?
Everything Ralph does is completely understandable.
100%. I am Ralph in this movie.
Yeah.
But he's like, oh, where am I? What the fuck? And they're all like, hey, calm down, calm down. We're okay. We're okay. You guys were tired. You got a bump in the head.
Yep.
You know, you fell down in my doll lab. There's dolls everywhere. They're gaslighting the fuck out of this guy again. And I love it. But they're like, okay, this is what we're going to do. And Gabriel goes over to talk to Judy, and she's like, where's my dad? And he goes, oh, they left. And she's like, what? He goes, it's okay. They wrote a note.
I have a note.
Reads this note. Dear Judy, we have decided to run far. This is like a kid wrote it.
Oh,
run
yeah.
far, far away to another country. You can
change
live
our
with your
names.
Mom. We're changing our names. You're never, ever
Never
going to
find
find
us
us. We love you dearly, because they didn't want to make her resent her dad. And I did like that. And he's like, see, they do care about you. They've left enough money to put you on an airplane so you could go back to your mom. He's folding the letter up, getting ready to put it in his pocket. And Ralph goes, where's the girls? And Gabriel looks at him and goes, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Out the letter. P.S. The girls came with us, and folded it back down. And I love that.
It was great.
That I was 100% in for, because I was like, that is some quick thinking and some bullshit, sir. And even Ralph's like,
whatever. Let's get the hell out of here.
Can I get the fuck out of here?
He's still super creeped out, and they were hitchhikers. He
had no tie to them.
With either of them. I don't know. He's just like, let's get the
and
fuck
he was
out of here,
not,
kid.
he didn't have any ulterior motive to giving them a ride. And that's,
and there's enough money in here for you to get back to Boston also, Ralph.
Yeah. Can you take her to her mom? And he's like, I don't know. There's a ticket for you. Of course there is.
Okay.
We got your car out of the mud. Thank you.
That's great.
They just fuck off out of there. And then they scare the fuck out of him because Teddy's sitting in the driver's or the passenger seat of this car. And he's like, what the fuck is that?
It's my Teddy. He's my best friend. Except for you, Ralph.
Yeah, you're my best friend now. I like that they give Gabriel Teddy, because Gabriel doesn't make teddy bears.
Right.
He said that earlier.
He's a doll
and I was
maker.
like, oh, so we're going to get a real Teddy in part 2. So that's what I was really hoping. I wish there was more of these. They was just because they could have. I feel like if they'd have done more of these, there probably never would have been a Puppet Master.
Agreed.
And that hurts my heart a little bit. But I'm also like, you guys went into Puppet Master, then you went into demonic toys, Doll Man. Why not bring dolls back in?
Baby
like,
Oopsie.
Why did we drop
dolls versus demonic toys?
That
worked.
I would have watched the hell out of that. Have Doll Man show up and be like, oh, these are the good dolls. Maybe we're going to take on the demonic dolls.
Maybe the Puppet Master toys will start dating the doll toys, and
see that
we can have little
around
baby
that
dolls.
Same era, World War II, Nazi Germany, Victoria. They would have worked. It would have worked.
They're age appropriate.
So everybody goes about their way, and like I said earlier, the camera pans out, credits start rolling, and a car gets stuck in the same spot again, and a dad
Exact same
losing his
spot.
temper.
I love if you watched it with subtitles, as a tire spins in this mud pit or mud puddle, it says tire screeching. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's no.
I mean, you get that if you get real stuck, you know.
But
we'll
screeching,
call it that.
I don't know, just made me laugh.
It is.
Subtitles always
All
make me laugh.
You guys ready to get into the things?
I think we should do the things.
Let's do the things. Okay. There's no point in guessing because there's only so many people that die in this.
True.
But there is an asterisk. There is an asterisk to this. So, on the surface, 4 people die. You got dad, stepmom, 2 hitchhikers. The asterisk is, are they really dead? Yeah. Their bodies are gone, but their souls are trapped. So are they dead? But now they're subservient. No. Yeah, I don't think there's a wrong answer because we get some amazing kills. We actually get, if you want to get technical and play loosey-goosey with the rules, there are 6 deaths in this movie because the dad and the stepmom die twice. Teddy kills them at the beginning.
Teddy kills them, yeah.
And then they die again in the movie. So we want to be loosey-goosey, 3 possible answers, 4, 6, none. So that's what we're going to go with.
That's so wild because Altered States was very similar, and that was the horror we did before this. 2 in a row where it's like, did anybody die?
Did anybody really die?
That's so fucking weird.
I don't know. But our PG-13 Triple X movie had a fuck ton of people
Witchy things so much lately.
Oh, a ton of witchy things. Anna loves getting in our Slack chat when something pops up that we've mentioned or it's coming up on the show and it shows up on social media. It's witchy things.
Guys! Yeah. Screenshot.
That's awesome. Screenshot. Here, look at this.
Look at this.
All right, let's pick our favorite of this movie.
What do you think? Zombie kill of the week?
All right, I'm driving. Let's do this. Anna, tell me your favorite kill.
I mentioned it earlier. It's the second hitchhiker girl that gets shot by the firing squad.
Because of her boob? Ouch.
Yeah, that boob shot at the end was the cherry on top. I was like, that's my favorite. I like it. Because those shots were good. Like, she looked like she was getting shot. I was like, okay.
That works.
The blood squibs felt impactful. You know what I mean?
For real.
Really
like
had weight to
it looked
them,
like an
didn't they?
action movie. You know, those blood squibs coming out of, somebody shooting the fuck out of them.
On fucking cue, too.
Right.
There wasn't like a delay or,
It's good editing. Yep.
And you're looking at pea shooter sized guns doing that kind of damage. It's well done. Well thought out.
Yeah.
Excellent. Charlie, you're up. Let us know what your favorite.
Dude, this is the struggle here because I could easily pick any kill in this movie as my favorite kill because of everything that led up to it or how they pulled off the kill. And that is the really, really difficult part of this. I almost would have picked the gun one just because it was out of left field. It was the most unique out of all of them. But I think I want to give it to the first hitchhiker girl because you're not expecting the level of violence that happens to her when you first watch this movie. You're like, I'm going to see some blood. Like Pete said, you might see a quick shot of gore. We'll hear the thuds up against the wall or something, but you're not going to watch it. You're getting POV of her bashing her face into the baseboard and then the terror on her face. And I'm going to exclamation point this kill because her creepy ass fucking face that appears when they're in the attic is just creepy as fuck. That first shot of her that's not the other friend finding her sitting down. It's when Ralph and Judy are in the attic. If you're not paying attention, and I can only imagine, I can't remember, but I guarantee me and Ben were watching this on like a 27-inch regular television. So that would have been like, what did I see? What was that? Which made the other reveal more impactful. But on high def, thank you, Arrow. it scared the fuck out of me earlier. And I'm like, I don't like that. That just looks wrong. Her death. I'm going with that one. Pete, what's your favorite in this one?
It's me, and I'm going to say the same thing. That first attack is so brutal, so mean. But when she looks up and her eyeballs fall out and she catches him in her hands, that's the one that really went, really sent some shivers down my spine. I mean, was I scared or just super grossed out? Probably more grossed out than scared, but it's still very impactful. That was my favorite.
It worked. I also want to give a special mention, though, to Teddy's transformation, which I think was amazing, to go from that cuddly teddy bear, but giant, and then transform into a blood snarling creature.
Roar!
When you see those little like Build-A-Bear hands, and then they show the claws pop up out of it. It's like
Wolverine.
And they did it like the fabric was almost fleshy too. Like
it was a little gooey, wasn't it? Oh yeah.
Oh, and I can't. Oh, dude, there is a scene that we can't not talk about real quick. And it would have been a great kill if the dad could have pulled it off, is when he tried to rip Punchy apart and couldn't rip a fucking doll into pieces. Cause he's like, son of a bitch, let me grab it by the legs.
He's a fucking wiener.
I was
He's a
going to say,
wiener.
is it witchy things or is he a big wiener?
He's a big wiener.
Probably both.
Punchy's like, really?
Yeah,
Come
he's
on,
like, really? That's all you got?
Come on. That's
He
why
tries to burn him,
Do
and
something.
Punchy drips wax on his bare feet.
Ow!
And then he just turns into a big old puss.
He throws Punchy and he somersaults into the chair, which I love. It's the reverse of falling out of the chair, but they reverse the film. We were talking about the kills, and it dawned on me. I'm like, wait, the dad tried to rip. Oh, that's right. I was laughing my ass off that the dad just couldn't rip this. He's like, you're a big, strong man. Yes, you are. You're a big, strong man. All right, let's rate this bad boy.
Guys, it's okay. He just wanted his machete back.
All right, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Anna, let me know, friend. I know it's not your thing, but lay it on me.
It's a 3. 3 out of 10.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I will never watch this again. And none of my friends, I swear to God, Dustin, if you pick this, I will not be there that week. I will not.
She's taking PTO that day.
I'm surprised she showed up tonight. I'll be 100% honest. I was like, after Pete went, I was like, Anna's going, fuck y'all, I'm out.
Hey, you get one PTO every year, right?
Yeah, I might have to talk to HR about getting some more. No, I can appreciate it for what it is. I do love all of pretty much all of Stuart Gordon's other stuff, but this is just not my thing, man. And I know that people like it. More power to y'all, but yeah, I'm just not a fan.
I can dig it. A 3 for Anna. Charlie, lay it on me.
It's a 9. I love this movie. I had so much fun. I regret not watching this more since I was a teenager. Like, I didn't hate it when I watched it as a kid. I remember me and Ben being like, this was actually really good. We thought it was going to be, because it was first before the Puppet Masters. We were like, oh, this is going to be dumb. It's going to be dulled down. It's, stupid dolls.
They're trying stuff. They're just to get to the Puppet Master. Yeah.
But this hit. And I'm not kidding. I watched this today, and I caught myself. I'm going, why does my face feel weird? I'm smiling.
Why does it hurt?
Yeah, my muscles don't do this. But I'm grinning ear to ear. I'm getting excited watching parts of this. I'm going, ooh, or or laughing. And I'm just like, when's the last time truly a movie has made me feel that way? I'm like, Pete, you nailed it. This is truly a give me back feel of a movie. And man, I'm here for this.
Well, that's what I was hoping for.
Yeah, I had a ball. It's a 9 all day. Honestly, I don't know why I'm not giving it a 10. Maybe because I like a few of maybe the Puppet Masters a little bit more.
Well, that Third Reich is something special.
Oh, dude, Third Reich. That was amazing.
Yeah, 10 all day.
But you know, from like from 2 up, there's always something cool in a Puppet Master movie. You know, 1 it kind of puff in the air. This is definitely better than part 1. I can give it that. But that's me. It's a 9. Pete, what about you on your give me back pick? But first time I ever watched the fucking thing.
Yeah. I picked it because of the poster, and that brought great memories to me of scouring the video connection. But boy, I'll tell you, as soon as I got done watching this movie, I'm thinking this is a 3 or a 4. I didn't really care for it. And then the more I thought about it, I'm like, okay, well, that was really good. And that was good. And that made me laugh. And now we're having this conversation, and I want to go see it again right now. So I'm going to give it an 8.5. I think this is a solid second tier gateway movie for kids. But you got to understand that there's nobody in here acting. So I said that wrong. There are actors that nobody knows, actors that didn't do a whole lot with their careers, low budgets, 1980s horror movie that might not land with a lot of people, much like Anna. And that's okay. Yeah. But I'm going to tell you, if that Empire Arrow set is still out there, I'm going to buy it tonight.
Yeah. I can tell you right now, it has Robot Jocks, which I adore. I love that movie. Arena, also love it. Cellar Dweller, Dungeon Master.
Oh my God. With Manute Bull, Richard Mull.
I think it's Richard Mull. I don't know.
That's Dungeon Master.
And Dolls. So that's what's in this. It's like the video store collection is what it's called. I recommend this collection, and you get both arts. You get like their new ones, and then you get the OG.
Sure.
You know, but I'm with Dustin. I think the new ones leave a little bit to be desired. You know, that's iconic.
Yep.
Like I remember that sitting on the shelves in video stores.
That's exactly why I picked it then. Yeah. All right.
Nailed it.
Well, thank you all very much. That was a good time. I enjoyed the conversation very much. Next week is a Nate pick, right?
So next week right now, we'll not announce it yet, but it is a Nate pick just in case something happens. We're also due to scheduling, because the rule here now is if you pick a movie, you got to be on. That's correct. How we work here. We're actually probably going to be doing 2 horror movies back to back and then 2 action movies back to back.
Okay.
But that's okay because all this leads into Month of Horror, which is going to be all horror. I'm not worried about the details here. This is about, I wanted to make sure we get everybody on. So right now we'll have Nate's pick. As long as everything works out, we're doing Nate's movie. You'll find out probably on our socials if you're following, which is the perfect segue to, you should be following us over at Give Me Back My Action Movies, the Facebook group. Give Me Back My Horror Movies, the Facebook group. Both of us are on Instagram under those titles. We also have our Screen Queen Anna at Nerd at the Movies. Yeah. She is sharing out, at least a day or 2 ahead of time what movie is coming up.
You're
so you can
flipping rock star, Anna.
She's killing it. She's out there killing it, man. Also, we are on YouTube. If you want to see this, we're recording these. Anna is doing all the editing and stuff for the video and putting it up. And as soon as YouTube quits being dickheads, we might actually be able to get some traction over there. But, it's always a fight, even though we're not getting paid for it. But you should be following us over at Give Me Back My Action and Horror Movies. Your best bet is to go to any of our Instagrams and go to our link trees. That's where you'll find all of our shows, where to go. You'll get, instead of me going, we'll type out GMBMAMPOD at gmail.com. You will be able to go, see how I did that? I haven't done that in forever. But our link trees are usually on all of our profiles. The B Action, the Gimme Backs, the Barons, everything. You should be able to find links to everyone, the Good Beer, all that. So please follow us on all the social media sites. And we will continue the month of Pete and Nate, the birthday month, I guess we'll call it.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Anything else I'm forgetting? Or are we good?
I think we are good. That was a lot of fun, folks.
I had a ball. Pete,
Yeah.
Early happy birthday, late
Thank
happy
you.
birthday. I still don't know what the fucking day it is anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, happy birthday, Pete.
Yeah, for some reason you love not telling me the exact day, but I have my ways. Okay, they may or may not be pie related, but I have my ways.
So pipeline, man.
Pie blind.
Yeah.
Keep out of my wife's pie.
I want to get
Never.
in her pie because I've never had it.
It's so warm.
God damn it.
See, I'm cold. I need some warmth.
See? Everybody loves warm pie.
Mm-hmm.
It's delicious.